I'm so excited to get into today's video. As we're going to get into is creating my graveyard, which I did live on Twitch multiple days. It took a couple days. Although this video is going to go very, very fast because a lot of my graveyard just kind of looks the same, which I'll talk about in a second. But I had a lot of fun building it, and yeah, so I'm ready to show you guys. So a lot of this will be kind of a review. So you guys can already see we have quite a few items already on the lot, so I have a lot to recover. So some of this I did pre-live, and then people kind of agreed that we wanted to do it live on Twitch. So as you can see that I had just random items placed everywhere. I didn't really know what I wanted. I didn't really know how I wanted to place it. I had like no idea what I was doing. I've just watched a couple of people's like YouTube videos on how they did it. I've joined a couple of people's live stream. I've just seen it very, very popular, and I knew for a fact that now that we're starting a whole new generation legacy thing, I thought this would be a lot of fun to be able to go to, which we have gone to it. If you guys are keeping up with my Disney Princess Challenge, Miss Widower, oh god, I don't want to think about it, has passed away, R.I.P. She was definitely my first legacy challenge, or not legacy challenge, she's my first challenge in general. She's not a legacy, but she did start our legacy for Disney Princess, and she will lay in rest here, or she is. I keep needing to correct myself. Hello. So with the original idea I just ended up going very floral, very pretty, and then someone came into my live stream and was like, that's very bright. Honestly, I thought you were doing a wedding. And I didn't take it as like, oh, how dare you. I was like, oh my god, you're right. I need to fix this. So I changed everything to darker colors. I took out all of the ruined pieces, kind of like the broken bricks and whatnot. At first I thought I would use that to maybe make the place look older, but as we finished it, I kind of went for a little bit of a nicer look. Some parts we did keep, like we kept the broken stairs by the fountain and whatnot. And then for this part we're doing currently, this is my favorite piece. Like, this is where the Disney princesses will be living. Everywhere else is just, you know, quote unquote randoms. But but as you guys can see here, I was really trying very, very hard to play with landscaping. But my one ordeal is that I'm not confident with building, and I do love landscaping, but I typically do my landscaping while watching a movie or a TV, just like anything on the side, and I take forever just to figure it out. But while live on Twitch, I was just like, I'm not very confident at this. I like kept adjusting it. Nobody was really saying anything, which isn't a bad thing, but I was just like, okay, I need to rethink this out. So we ended up making it all flat grounds, which you guys will see, but I did keep up with a lot of the plants that we had going around. Someone actually taught me, I think during this live stream, how to make it to where debug and live edit objects are always on, which thank you so much. Didn't realize how easy that what is it, UI cheats, I think that's the one I use, or better build by mode. There we go. BBB. There we go. If you guys don't have those ones absolutely make the gameplay so much easier. They do take a second to figure out, and like me, I didn't read all the like stuff that they had with it, so I didn't know about it. But thankfully people have notified me, and now I know how to use it, because now I'm able to use a lot of the plants, especially, which if you're building for a challenge or for a family, especially our legacies, it makes it a lot more affordable, where I'm not feeling like I'm spending a bunch of money on landscaping when it's just for aesthetics than anything else. And yeah, so now you can see I finally gave up. I kind of just wanted it to be like a nice pathway, and then having each section maybe having a theme overall. Well, not necessarily. Everyone didn't have a theme except for the pets. So I had like pets all in one section. As for the rest, I just kind of wanted to line them up to where people can get around them while also being able to walk to them. It is a very tiny like graveyard. It's not a huge one. I don't know if it makes sense or if it really like goes well, but we ended up loving it. I love it. It's very sentimental at this point after burying Miss Widower. Oh god, it's gonna break my heart constantly, because she'll always have a soft spot, 'cause she's the first challenge I ever did live on Twitch, or just for YouTube in general, and just posting it live and being able to go through that journey. So she'll always have that soft special spot for me, and this is where she's buried. So that's enough about her. Yeah, that's enough about her. So please don't question the telephone booth. I know it's the most questionable item I have. It was very debated on my debated live, but I ended up falling in love with it. I don't know, maybe it was just the fact that everybody was like, no, we don't need it, or it doesn't make sense, or why do you have that? And I was like, you know what, we need it. Plus I love it. Hopefully other people love it. I don't know, like, you're literally in the middle of nowhere at a graveyard. Don't you want a telephone pole, like, or telephone booth? Like, honestly, like, I need to be able to call somebody. And so for the landscaping, in the end, kind of how I had it was I kind of wanted to base it first get my gravestones laid out, which I'm kind of doing now. For the statues, I was just kind of envisioning, I've only been to a graveyard a couple times. That's actually where I learned to drive, guys. Weird fact, but I learned to drive in a graveyard. It was a really large graveyard where they had parking, they had places to drive through. My family was just like, oh, like, they're already dead, so worst case scenario, if you do anything, like, it's not as bad as if I was on, you know, the main streets where people are. Not saying that I should be hitting graves either. No, I know I shouldn't, but I always thought that was funny. That's where I learned how to drive. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to arrange the statues and then also the graveyards before, like, landscaping. So all the landscaping, the grass and whatnot, all had to, like, align with that rather than trying to make it all uneven ground and terrain. So hopefully you guys like that. And honestly, the fountain itself, I felt like we spent forever on changing on, which you guys will see in the end once we do a final tour. The fountain in the center, I think it has 4 different statues, and then it has like a water fountain thing on top. I'm not quite sure. Well, I'll have to like recheck it because we changed it quite often. But in the final end, I really do like it. And then as for the section I'm currently, well, we're all over the place, but the section where that flower fountain, it's not a fountain anymore, it's just with flowers in it, that will be our pet section, which you guys can see that we finally got it decided. The only thing that really bothered me was I couldn't find any other grave like stone. Is there another gravestone? I just couldn't find it, or I'm honestly not quite sure, because I only could find the ones with cats on it, and that's the one you can see repeated over and over again, and we kind of just settled on that one there for us. And to move forward just a bit, as you can see, we kind of like settled on a little bit of pathway. We have like a little seating area, which was my favorite part because we took the time out to place individual rocks to also grass, which you guys will see a little bit better at the end when I do the tour. But that was definitely my favorite part, is just kind of figuring that out, placing all the plants and whatnot. As I've said earlier, I have like a sense of peace when I'm just watching something and landscaping. It just makes me feel like the piece just ties together. And now that I'm like building my confidence with building, especially live on Twitch, I definitely have been going a little more crazier with the landscaping, but it kind of just made me step out of my comfort zone with with recording it and whatnot, and just building overall. I just kind of want to keep adding to my builds to where they're not just something like a simple box, or I don't know if I just want to really like add those details. So as of right now, we're kind of adding the lights at night, making sure that it's well lit, especially for having a memorial in the middle of the night or something, because I tend to forget what time of day it is in The Sims, because either I'm fast forwarding or I just think, 4 a.m. is actually 4 p.m. and so I thought that'd be nice extra details. I don't know, maybe somebody wants to go in the storyline, but also if you guys want to download it should be well lit no matter what, honestly. So now I'm just kind of tossing in some flowers that maybe people brought to the grave sites, gave it to them. I don't know if people might complain about the grass, the overgrown grass, but honestly I just like the extra detail, even if it looks a little worn down in detail wise overall. I just feel like it made sense. So now moving in the interior wise, this is just going to be for our Disney Princess Challenge, but also Miss Rose. I gotta keep adding her, Miss whatever, just because I wanted to like theme it, if that makes sense. As for the overall graveyard itself, I wanted to add extra statues and whatnot, so we have all those everywhere. We have the knights upstairs. I think the hardest part that I struggled to find was finding the portrait, because I saw other people put portraits. I might eventually just do a painting that we might settle inside, but I don't really know. Maybe we'll do a painting of Snow White because she is the one, but the one I landed on was this painting here, which you guys will see here in a second, that we settled on. It was one of the first black and white ones. It took me a second to be like, I have no clue, but that first one, I was just like, that could be Snow White, maybe, you never know. If you're watching the challenge and you actually want to say no, please let me know. But I felt like it was the best option we had without, taking the extra steps to actually get a painting of Snow White. So, I don't know. Either way, I ended up liking that one. All the other ones didn't fully make sense to me. But if you guys know any paintings that do, let me know. Maybe I'll dig into it a little more, find the one that works, because this will be for all next 10 generations. And currently Generation 1's taking a while. I mean, technically we're on Generation 2 for Cinderella, so Cinderella's generation has started. But I'm just to clue in that we're going to be in this legacy for a while, so if we want to improve that, I'm willing to take the time out. So now, as you guys can see, I'm just adding the 10 different rooms plus an extra, plus bathrooms downstairs, because as we know with The Sims, we tend to forget when they need their needs, or if you're the Snow White's family. We have 7 kids. I can't finish all their needs before we leave the house. So a bathroom is necessary, and you guys will find out I ended up adding a closet. Someone ended up voting it in. I mean, I was the one to suggest it, but I was like, we need a spot to woohoo. You never know. I don't know. I weirdly like to add that because I feel like it just adds a funny feature into my gameplay. So we have that going in there. So we're just setting up the bathrooms currently. The bathroom itself is pretty generic. I think I made 2 different bathrooms in there. The one bathroom has the closet, which you guys can see. I took it out and then someone voted it back in. So it'll be there in the end because I think someone was like, you should put a shower, and I was like, why would we put a shower? That doesn't really make sense. But the closet just made the most sense, plus someone voted in, like I just said. So there we have that, and then I'm just adding the extra little details of the paper towel, the soap dispenser, which I love so much. I think it's like Get to Work pack, but you can't just search soap. I have to go through the whole entire Get to Work pack. So that is that. I think the downstairs, I don't really add anything until we bury Miss Widower, which Miss Widower's room, we did add some extra details, which you guys will see in the tour. You'll get to see her gravesite. Oh god, every time I think about it, it makes me so like sentimental. But yeah, so I think we're just kind of tying up the last bit of details, adding different features from the water fountains, making sure that I liked everything from landscaping to the dirt pathways, the pathways in general, and the well lighting outside. So let's just get into the tour. I think that's enough description. I'm so excited to show you guys the final bit of details, while also Miss Rose Widower's gravesite. So if you guys don't want those spoils, pause here, go catch up on that, which will be posted on YouTube. But either way, let's just get into the tour. Okay, so here is the final look. Oh hey, Winter's here to show it off too. So we wait, what happened to all the grass? Hello? Is this just a random piece of grass here? Okay, well, sorry about that. Hopefully that's not in, where did this come from? Hello? I'm just gonna sell for now. Okay, so this is kind of the final look of it. We got which I changed the color of this just to match the fencing, which you guys didn't see that part, I don't think, in the video. But overall, I am absolutely I head over heels. So you guys can see like the different rock path I have along here. We also have the flowers along the pathways. Well, I guess should say the fencing. So sorry, I'm practicing my camera views, so hopefully you guys get a good glance. And then over here, I guess we'll walk this way. We got the place where we have all of our dearly departed animals. Like I said, I could only find the cat one. I wonder if there's a dog gravestone. I feel like there should be, just not quite sure. We have a little seating area, and in the center we have the water fountain, which I told you we kind of spent quite a bit of time on because we have the stairways, we have the different statues on there, and I just felt like the statues kind of made everything a little more fancier, especially if it's going to be Disney princesses. Everything has to be fancy. So now we have the little gravestones, which we added. Someone recommended it, and I was like, not gravestone, what did I just say? We have the little gnomes, the Grim Reaper? There we go. What's up with my words? Hello. And we have a couple of different gravestones. There we go. Jeez, I can speak English occasionally. So, and then, let's just get out of camera view. I failed you guys. Okay, so let's get over here. We have just this little section. We have like a little skull in there, which is a little surprise. Someone was like, why is there no dinosaurs? So we do have a secret dinosaur if you download this. You guys can delete it. I know Sims might go up to it. It might get annoying for you guys. So I do have that there. I'm gonna warn you. And then now we're going to enter this beautiful, beautiful building that we took quite a bit of time, honestly, to kind of make the final look for. And let's just get inside. Oops, I guess we got to go down one. And I feel like you guys got a good glimpse of this. We just have not statues. What are these guys? Armor. Body of armor. And then we have Snow White's image. And then let's head down one. We have the bathrooms, which you guys can see like the little final look. Nothing special to it. And then the other bathroom at the closet. And then now we have Miss Rose Widower's room. Oh god, it makes me so sad thinking about it. We have this is at her actual grave. We brought this with us while we went to the burial site. I thought that was really nice. And then we also have the rug. We have a little statue here. We got gold because she loves money. We got the rose because her name is Rose. Let me see if I can give you guys a good angle. Here we go. So if I go, go back in, and then we go like this. Okay, there we go. So you guys can see we got like the little, Grim Gnome. God, why is the names are like so hard for me today? Because she basically did the Widower's Challenge. Well, she did do the Widower's Challenge, but I kind of wanted to utilize that to represent that. We have the date bucket because she went on many, many dates. We all know that for a fact. We have the stolen jewelry because she did the criminal career for a while. She also was a politician for a while also. but we didn't really include that. We have like the fancy banner, which I felt like just fit well. And yeah, I think that's about it. We did put it on a podium because I just felt like it made the thing a little more sentimental. I know it's not necessarily a grave type of ordeal, but I feel like it looked really nice. Let me know what you guys think. The rest of the rooms are obviously empty. The next person to pass away will be Snow White, which if you guys are keeping up, I won't say any spoils. I won't say anything too much. But we are quite excited for that to happen there. And I think that's about it for our graveyard. There we go. Hello. It feels like not a lot, even though a lot of time kind of went into this. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the final look. Absolutely a love. And yeah, that'll be it. And yay, that'll be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys liked the graveyard as much as I did. Honestly, you won't realize how sentimental it is unless you guys watch the series, which I will link down below, my other YouTube channel, and also my Twitch if you guys want to watch the Disney Princess live. And overall, let me know what you guys think. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!